just missing Willis wide as the Otters will bring this one out for Alfano. Moved in, Silva working like a forward. That's how we got two in last Saturday's game. Knocked down, not by a high stick, they'll say, and we will play on as the first minute of play has gone by from the Erie Insurance Arena. No shots just yet, and no icing back here as it was touched up by the Otters before it found its way down. Movement in, top of the left circle, that's Hunter Hay wearing the number 37 in navy and red. Back inside of the near corner. Spirit moving it inside of the offensive end. Minchukov back for Mangoni. Back behind it'll go. Noel Lalonde hits it with the nub of the stick, and blowing a tire down there was Hunter Hay. Durant lost it off of the official skate. Looking for it off the near wall, goes up to Minchukov, sends it wide, and this one finds its way back behind. Hay with it. Hunter Hay working on a backhand. One hand on the stick. On the left side it'll go. 18:25 to go in the first period, and Kyrou forces it out of the zone. Malcolm Spence. Alfano forces it back in. Sador's back on his horse after it. Noah Sador back behind. Sador, wide wall, centered that one. Only Storch was in the area to take it away. 4 minutes gone by, and play continues on. Children's Grief Awareness Night this coming Friday was the Saginaw Spirit. They did get involved with our Children's Grief Awareness Day activities, and a big thank you to the Spirit organization. Enemies off the ice, but always happy to help. Or excuse me, enemies on the ice and always happy to help off the ice. No enemies certainly off the ice. Back it'll go along the near wall, unless there's any grudges against me, but I'm not familiar with any. Back below the goal line it'll go, inside of the near corner. 13 and a half to go in first period action, and the Otters get this one out of the defensive end as Messier brings it up, taken back away by Zayne Parekh. Erie looking for it inside of the neutral zone. Up on the right side, trying to weave through traffic is Parekh. He's in with Hill. Left wing side for Minchukov, and a save for Lalonde. Moved in at the blue line and back in front of the bench of the Saginaw Spirit. Erie's able to get it back in the defensive end. Alboim playing catch with Kulikov. Kulikov, lead feet up for Noah Sador. It'll go down for an icing and face off left circle. Kulikov and the Otters able to get this one out of the zone. Caleb Smith turning a 2-on-1. Smith top of the right circle and a punch save made by Oak. Below the goal line it'll go. Caleb Smith stuck along the trapezoid, keeps it going using the big frame. Smith works it to the blue line for Silva. Silva's shot just off of the gloves. Centering opportunity for Teo Artichuk. The Otters looking for it back at the blue line, but it'll find its way out for Theo Hill. Entering into the offensive end are the Spirit. Played from the right wing side by Moore. He sends it below the goal line. Silva a kick because, frankly, Cohen didn't even know the puck was coming near him when it hit off of his blade. This one finds its way inside of the Otter defensive end. Don't look now. The Otters are up by a pair against Mississauga. They knew the test they had here, and the number one way to help yourself is score. And they will give it officially to Elias Cohen. Give him 11. But Christian Kyrou will pick up his 35th point of the season. Christian Kyrou with 2 points. Frosty and chili would go well together. Yeah, you get the juxtaposition of the hot and the cold and the spicy and the sweets. It sounds like a nice one. They are out shooting Saginaw 9-2 in the final stretch of period one. Inside of the defensive end, taken away by the Otters. Artichuk, bottom of the left circle, centered it, and only Saginaw in the area to take it away as it came away for Sapovaliv. Entering in left wing side, Locust. He'll hit off of the linesman. McDonald back behind. Alboim up top of the circle. Caleb Smith as it's chopped at, finding its way to the blue line. Kicked around, found back in. Bruce McDonald, Caleb Smith, and Teo Artichuk all looking for it. Outside of the right circle. 3.5 to go in the first period of play. Alboim back behind. 3:24 remaining. Minchukov with a check against Caleb Smith. Locust wanted to center that one down to the right wing side. Instead, an Otter stick on the way. Kulikov tried to flutter puck it out of the zone. Couldn't do so. Bottom of the right circle. Kulikov doing what the Russian does best, and that's hit everything that has the puck on a stick. Below the goal line. Erie looking for it. Kulikov. Bruce McDonald will dig it back out. Minchukov, bottom of the left wing side, finds its way back to the blue line for Locust. Locust back behind. Kulikov, the only person in the area to take it away. Kulikov will throw a check as that one is found in the skates. Move back up for Locust, blocked in front. And a discombobulated offensive effort is the highest compliment that I can give to Saginaw in this recent stretch of offensive zone. Better gift to give a loved one this holiday season than hockey in NWPA. For more information on that, if you're listening here at the game, go to the Otters sales table or go to ottershockey.com. We'd love to see you here in 2023. A lot of great promotions are coming up. And heck, we got great promotions coming up this weekend. We'll talk about those during the UPMC Health Plan and UPMC Hammond Intermission Report. Michael Misa, he'll sweep it into the offensive end for the Saginaw Spirit. 20 seconds left to go. Shots are 12-9 as the Otters bring it out of the zone. Carey Terrance will dance into the offensive end. Terrance to the net front. Great save by Oak and a great defensive play by Minchukov. Time for one last rush for Theo Hill and the Spirit. Entering in. And a great hit for Morton will stop things. Entering in is Joey Willis. And an opportunity in front is set aside by Noah Sador. Back to the blue line. D-to-D pass. Zayne Parekh with it. Moved in. Shot back behind. Finding its way to the no-man's land on the wide boards. Nearly the first minute of play gone by for the second, and each team has traded a shot opportunity. Inside of the defensive end, it'll be moved forward by Parekh. Parekh will bring this one in. Parekh back behind, looking for it. He's got Sauter on his back, and he's sent down on the ice. Up against the near boards. 18:49 to go in the second. Here he looks for it back below the goal line. Parekh, excuse me. But it'll go at the blue line, sent back behind by Minchukov. Otters fans getting into it here, 2,000 strong on a Tuesday night in downtown Erie. Up along the near boards. Sova watches his Sauter, sends it back behind. Michael Misa will take it now. Back to the blue line. D-to-D pass for Parekh. Parekh shot. That one deflected off of Hunter Haight. Not really sure if that was an intentional setup play or not. Parekh's got it now on the blue line. Back for Misa. Misa back down for Parekh. In front for Haight. They score. My goodness. Tic-tac twine. And we've got a one-goal game with 18:10 to go in the second. There's not a lot you can do right there if you're Lalonde. That is just terrific. To Haight. And Haight was streaking in. He just had to get a nice shot off, and you know he's going to. Well, we got a one-goal game. 18:10 to go in the second period. Hunter Haight continues his reign of dominance against the Otters in their hearts and souls. 2 goals now in 2 games against Erie. Well, the Otters finally get their first 3 shots of the period, and they waste no time in scoring. Back inside of the neutral zone, Brett Brissett dancing around. Brissett works it over left wing side for Spence. Inside of the near corner, 13:30 to go in the second period. Up against the near boards, everyone digging for it. Artyom Kulikov with his first goal this season, his second career goal. This one centered by Misa, loose. Hunter Haight just missing the net. And the Otters will get it out of the zone. Malcolm Spence entered in as Misa's sandwiched between Brett Brissett and Cameron Morton. He's back on his feet now. Entering into the offensive end, Kyrou trying to split traffic. I don't think Kyrou's going to get an assist on that goal for Artyom Kulikov, so that'll be the first time today that Kyrou has not gone. Finding its way back in through the defensive end. Sador leads it up. Now he gets it out. Battled for in neutral ice, and down the ice it'll go with 10:45 to go in the second period. Otters lead in shots, 16-13, and in the game, 3-1. Alfano was looking for a penalty, didn't get the call, and back inside of the neutral zone, Sauter with it. Sauter leads it up for Sador, down the ice, bouncing off the backboards, played by the goaltender Andrew Oak. No icing call as we play on. Into the circles. Cohen looking for it. Cohen, this man falls down, entering in from the left wing side. It's Minchukov, played for Haight. Haight down right wing side for Parekh. Haight, that one blocked in front, bouncing puck below the goal line. 10:10 to go in the second period, a shot they scored. Top of the left circle, the shot from Zayne Parekh finds its way through, and we remain at a one-goal game. Zayne Parekh with his 8th goal of his career in his rookie season, and he'll get his 13th point to make things a one-goal game. Hour of traffic in front of the net, the second period. And hopefully the Otters in the media timeout can draft up a defensive system to stop 37 in navy and red, because it's been a 3-point night on 3 goals for Hunter Haight. The Minnesota Wild prospect certainly having a wild night tonight. Messier will bring it in. Messier playing gritty back below the goal line. Just avoiding a turnover opportunity was Dylan Edwards. Moved up the ice. They'll be brought in left wing side. Worked over to the right. Parekh with it. Sent behind. Lincoln Moore. Check from Elias Cohen. 7:20 left to go in the second period. Kicked around. Cohen takes it away. Cohen up for Edwards. Edwards, as a stick breaks in half. And it's Minshew called just under $10,000 from the jersey raffle, or jersey auction from November 5. Erie back inside of their defensive end. They had a 3-1 lead. They trail 4-3 here. Looking to bring it in was Nick Sema. No luck. Terrance will bring it in. Right side. Alfano couldn't reel it in. Below the goal line it'll go. 6:25 to go in the second period. Erie looking for a game-tying goal here. They've got time, but they're losing momentum. Up against the near boards. Sador will put a shoulder down and throw one against Storch and Parekh. Played up, finding its way out to neutral ice. And a turnover forced by Storch. Sema. Kyrou back in after Sova. Back below the goal line of the Erie defensive end. Misa's pushed off the puck by Sova. McDonald lost that one back for Mangoni. Mangoni reeling it back behind. Top of the left circle. He's going with it. High slot. Shot through traffic. Sails wide. Under 4 minutes left to go in the second. Played up top of the left circle. Nearly kicked out of the zone by Bruce McDonald. He's fighting like a junkyard dog along the wide boards. Kicked around, top of the left circle, held in by Misa. Misa getting it back down below the goal line. Joey Willis, high slot, it finds its way back. Now Willis, top of the right circle, rebound in front, and the lawn puts the paw on F12, which is not something you typically get to say in an Erie Otters game. It's been a lot of domination, I think, especially in that Mississauga game on Saturday. I think 40 of 68 faceoffs were won by Mississauga. It clearly didn't matter. Erie won the game 7-3, but that can show you the disparagement sometimes. Worked in, back inside of the offensive end as Erie is once again being pressed inside of their defensive end. Malcolm Spence will try and tip this one forward around Parekh, not able to do so. Chip back out through neutral ice. 2:55 left to go in the second period. Played forward as it finds its way up against the near boards. Lincoln Moore moved in. Line. He'll just set that one aside and taken away by Caleb Smith. Finding its way near the out of the zone area. Kyrou with some room. Kyrou brings it in. He's patiently waiting. Gets it down for Spence adjacent. Spence does come up with it. Spence along the near board. Gets it back up for Cohen. That one deflected away by the leg of Roberto Mancini. And out of the zone it'll go. Here's Cohen. Back for Spence. Spence sends it back in. Right circle face off defensive end. A win back for Erie. Couldn't be sent out of the zone for Morton. But Cohen will be off to the races now. Cohen waiting for reinforcements. Spin move shot over the top of the net. Cohen is ready to get fancy with it. 40 seconds left to go on the Otter kill. Back inside of the defensive end of the Saginaw Spirit. We'll drop this one back. Moved in right wing side as it's brought in by Parekh. He'll be slammed into the boards in the corner, and Archim Kulikov takes no prisoners. 25 seconds left to go in the second period. Moved in for Mitchell Smith as he's pulled down out of the ice by Cameron Morton. And the physicality of the Otters is coming through as they are 1 for 1 on the penalty kill. Mangoni, top of the right circle. 7 seconds left. Kicked away by Kulikov. And now we've got Sam Alfano and Parekh. Bodies will bang back below the goal line. Erie will look to break it out from the left wing side. Here's Kerry Terrance. Terrance entering into the offensive end. He's got Zayne Parekh back behind him. Inside of the near corner, Christian Kyrou digs it out. Kyrou gets around his first man. Dumps it around back behind. Cameron Morton will collect it at the blue line. Brissett couldn't get a piece of it. Inside of the near corner will go. Malcolm Spence taken off of his feet. Kyrie's got it. Hates on his back. Turn back over. And this will be slashed at by Terrance as Morton will throw a check and get it away from Parekh. 18 and a half to go in the third period. Brissett moves it into the offensive end. Brissett, Spence, forward for Brissett, shot in front. Oh, it's still loose in the blue paint, and a terrific save for Andrew Oak. Malcolm Spence is hit in the low slot, and the Otters are going to go on the man advantage when we come back. There's a behind-the-plate play, and didn't get to see everything that developed. Malcolm Spence sticks. Edwards can win that one back, and Saginaw takes it in their D end. Morton, McNamara with it. McNamara, he falls down out of the ice, plays it forward, and sent down the rest of the way by Parekh. Rang around the boards. This one finding its way up. Christian Kyrou kicks it out of the zone. Worked right back into late offside. Dylan Edwards able to alleviate pressure for Erie. A check being thrown against Kyrou from Theo Hill. Morton back after it. Morton, kick back behind by McNamara. Shot right in front and a save for the line. And Saginaw one shot away from knotting up the shot column here. Outside of the right circle, finding its way back to the blue line. Kicked around, Erie gets it back. Malcolm Spence, Brett Brissett, and now joining in is Carey Terrance. Spence, down for Brissett. Otters fans still in this one. Terrance has it back behind. Terrance goes back to his forehand. Brissett fighting in front. Terrance back to the backhand. Working it bottom of the left circle. He is doing every dance move that he knows as an Otters taken out in front. And this one's taken away by Zayne Parekh. Out of the zone it'll come. 13:30 to go in the third period. Kicked up, Minchukov, top of the right circle. Minchukov puts this one up in the air. Misa back behind. Along the near boards, 24-23, shot advantage for Saginaw. They work it back behind, bottom of the left circle. Played over for Misa. Misa back to the blue line for Minchukov. To Parekh. Parekh get this one down right wing side for Mangoni. Loose in front, the Otters get it back. Erie will lead it out, 2-on-2 developing. Alfano in, onside with Sador, and a shot sails wide. Collected, wanted to feed Silva up top, couldn't get it to him. Moved in right wing side. Below the goal line. Back in neutral ice. Well, Erie will look for pride and momentum or motivation going into their next game against the Windsor Spitfires as 7 minutes remain, and they trail by 4 goals. 6 unanswered goals. The Saginaw Spirit. Play back at the blue line. Worked around top of the left circle. Nick Sema. Inside of the trapezoid, taken by Nathan Sauter. Puck jumps into the air, bottom of the right circle it'll go. Sova pushing and shoving as this one finds its way back. Minchukov up along the near boards. 6:25 left to go in the third. Shots 31-25 in favor of Saginaw. Below the goal line it'll go. Spencer Silva with it. Silva brings it back behind the net, and Sauter sends it the rest of the way. Messier looking for it. Below the goal line it'll go back. And this one moved forward for Nathan Sauter. Up it'll go for Silva. Silva brings it into the offensive end. He'll give chase to it back below the goal line. We'll pick it up. 5:50 left to go in the third period. 2-on-3. Working its way back up to the blue line. Dean Locust with it. Locust played back. 8 with it. And cleared out of the zone by Sam Alfano. Inside of the defensive end, the Spirit work it up for Minchukov. Minchukov top of the left circle. Top of the right circle, played back, Parekh with it. Top of the left circle now, Misa. Mid-slot, high slot, it'll go for Parekh. Parekh will keep it. 2:40 to go in the third period. Shot in, hit every stick on the way, and finding its way outside of the right circle, it'll go. Play to the blue line, Parekh with it. Kicked around. Parekh back to Misa. Misa, Top of the left circle. Bottom of the left circle. It'll go back behind. Calling for it's Parekh. Hole in the stick, and it'll find its way out. Down the ice it'll go.